tried to plow that so hard, and I don't know why I tried that. That was never gonna go
We
anywhere.
were all very proud of you for the consistency.
I
She
tried.
slapped the shit out of me many times.
She did too. She slapped me all the dude. She
Oh, and she
slapped me
slapped
when I
hard.
was like, I would fuck that car, and she bitch slapped the shit out of me so hard.
I would fuck that car, sprints inside, you're in the bathroom, finds you, slaps you on the
She
urinal.
was so mad at me. She wouldn't talk to me because I was like, I want to literally violate that car.
The faith.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the... actually, it's the casting couch cast. I fucking misgendered our podcast. What?
Is that too far away?
No, I turned it off. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore.
Okay, sorry. Shit.
We got our own theme music that's royalty free. So this is Jeff.
Yeah, that's Jeff. You've never met him.
Yeah, I'm Jeff the dog, and that's the Jeff that you've known this entire time.
Exactly.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
I lost weight,
Jeff.
I grew hair, and I became less ugly.
With this.
Wait, why am I talking in the first person? That's him. Anyway,
I should be talking about myself. Hi, my name's Jeff. I'm just kidding.
no, this is our buddy Grayson. He's another one of the,
Bros.
yeah, from like high school. You know, you've met Luke. I think that was the only other one, right?
Yeah.
Came in.
Oh,
He said like 5 words when we did a podcast with him.
Yeah,
it was fine.
Feel like DOG a little bit.
Yeah. Editor Luke from Logan Hub was a part of an exclusive group at our old high school known as the Bros. Randomly selected Hoobie Doobies from every single popular group, and Grayson just happened to represent the athletic one because apparently soccer counts.
I'd like to take a moment and say that I don't appreciate your use of the word hoobie doobies.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
Yeah, could you define that? Could you give me
12-year-old told me it was cool.
Can you spell it?
What 12-year-old? What was
Don't
this
put me
credit?
on the spot like that. I can barely spell my own name.
No, what was it? What was this 12-year-old's credibility?
Well, you see, they've got at least 12 years being a human. They spent 1 year being 12, at least. Their resources, their sources there, I called their references, their mom, their dad, they did not appreciate it. They did not appreciate me talking about the dog.
Well, that's mighty unfortunate.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Anyways, yep, he was a part of the group of friends that we all had, and he's back, and we like him. That's the
I
whole
feel the love. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all
I
here.
feel it. I appreciate it.
no
Thank
worries.
you too, Logan.
It's been a while since I heard that one.
Folks here at Mountaintime, thanks for tuning in. It's been a minute since we've uploaded like a big actual thing, and it'll fuck you. Is my point.
Yeah, it's being worked on.
We're really busy right now.
Yeah, just going through the seasons.
Jeff just got a new job.
Yeah,
Speaking of,
I did. Any advice to you people struggling and thinking that school was a waste of your time? It still is. I promise.
you're right.
But, yeah, I finally got a big boy job, and I was able to get a new car, too. A lot of big moves, but it's also very scary. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose my health insurance because of going from minimum wage to...
Not minimum.
Like salary? Are you on salary?
No, they changed it. Apparently, they told us this on the first day. I don't know why they told us this, but they said that due to a previous employee literally almost screwing the company over from a salary pay issue or whatever, they only do hourly now. But it's weird because they still treat it like a salary job. So like today I was like, oh man, I have a doctor's appointment today. Do you mind if I leave early? Like, on the spot.
Yeah.
And, normally in, like, a customer service job, you might as well put your head on a fucking stake. But they were like, oh, yeah, man, go ahead. Like, and, oh, by the way, if you're sick, like, just don't even worry. Just let somebody know, and you're good. It's like they treat you that they give you the responsibility of being on a salary pay. And it's a lot more lenient. Like, it's unreal. Especially in comparison to places like the Barcade or a shoe store or an auto shop, really. But yeah, it's really cool. So keep trying out there. Keep applying. Keep doing your thing if that's what you're looking for.
I've only ever worked in restaurants, and the coronavirus is happening right now.
Oh my God,
personal
dude.
theory is that it's a marketing campaign by Modelo.
Yeah.
I think the Modelo was like, all right, here's the move. We release a Vinous in China. All right. We start it there. We call it the coronavirus. Although everyone gets a little scared, everyone stops buying Corona because they don't know why they're associated. And then, where do they go for their Mexican beer? Modelo. That's marketing, baby.
Jesus
Gonna
Christ.
play hardball to win.
It definitely makes light of the situation, but is it even really a situation?
It's not. In my opinion, it seems like everyone's overreacting to it a lot. But either way, it's like as a person who works in restaurants, it's hitting it kind of hard because no one wants to go out, and especially where places are getting things shipped in a lot, like places that serve a lot of fish.
Yeah.
So my biggest thing with that is, why is there like no toilet paper?
I don't know.
I really don't understand that. Like, I mean...
Also, I accidentally got around that problem without realizing it was happening. I ordered toilet paper on Amazon from a deep desire to not go to the store. And then everyone came to work and they were like, oh, I can't get anything. The stores are all sold out. And I was like, well, I ordered it off of Amazon. Yes, it was intentional. Glad you asked.
Have you considered flipping your toilet paper for a higher profit and selling it?
But I will now, quite frankly.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I actually got affected by it today, too. I'm a big, strong boy who drinks a whole lot, and apparently alcohol at least sort of wrestles the coronavirus into a corner for a little bit before it goes in for the pin or gets pinned itself. So I'm not too worried. So I go out to my Hibbity Hop vape shop, and apparently they've sold out entirely of a product I needed, goddammit, just because the factories in China they're not operating right now. This is like the first instance where it's affected my life, and now I found out that it's in my county. I'm not too worried about myself, but I've got weak, scrawny, little, helpless creatures in my life that need the help. My cat. That's all. The rest of them can die. Just kidding. I love all of you. But yeah, it's fucking wiggity whack. Wiggity, wiggity, wiggity whack. How all... I guess I would just prefer it to be, I would just prefer the coronavirus to be, like, overreacted to than underreacted, and then suddenly it just, like, comes in and fucks our butts. I don't have to deal with the toilet paper problem.
Yeah,
That's fair.
There's something to say about that.
I finger my butt.
Better to be, at least in some cases, I guess, more paranoid than...
Yeah.
Or
Not-
cautious, then...
But yeah,
enough.
a lot of shit is like shutting down.
But yeah, like schools. I know that I just heard that some schools are doing online classes for a little while.
Yeah, like 2 weeks, and then they'll try to resume normal classes as well.
But that's
Back in my
insane.
day, we didn't even get snow days.
Seriously.
Yo, we're from Colorado. You want to go to school and die? That's also...
snow. Well, I made it to school. Why can't you?
I walked here.
Fuck, my work is like that, but the opposite. It's like Georgia. It's like fucking Atlanta. Oh, there's 1 inch of snow. Can't work today. Can't work. Can't work. And I'm like, snow day!
Whoa!
My paycheck's $200. Huh.
I remember
Weird.
one time we got like 3 feet of snow. The power was out the whole block.
Yep.
Nobody came to plow our parking lot. You guys still have to be at work. Don't worry. The computers don't work. You have to look up everything. You have to pretty much write every ticket. You know, have fun with that.
Brutal.
Great. 8-hour shift. Have at it.
But
Yeah.
speaking of snow days, do you all remember, to sort of bring the central theme of this whole podcast back to the core, back in the day when we had a flood day?
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
I saw Michael Bennett, our senator, yell at Ted Cruz for like a full 20 minutes over the flood itself. You shut down the government! Estes Park! People were killed! I'm like, fucking, I'll vote for you. But I just remember being in choir. We couldn't hear the announcement or anything like that. We just kept singing.
Yeah, because our PA in there was super quiet.
And, our teacher at the time was super crazy.
And yeah, he's also was a psychopath. If you're watching this, sir, you know that I think you're a psychopath, and I see you at work a lot. So don't
Just
don't
putting it
try
out
anything.
there.
Don't pull anything.
Don't hate the messenger.
If you're watching this too, I'm non-conflict, so how you doing?
But
I just remember like someone walking into the room. I think it was our good friend Blank. I don't want to dox them. I don't care. It was our
First
friend
name
at the
should
time,
be fine.
Zach.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, he just walks in. He's like, "We gotta go." And then we rushed over to your house.
And yeah, so
we had to drop off Luke.
We went and dropped Luke off.
Why am I pointing? I don't know where.
Back to... Did we go to your house then? And then we heard that the road was going to get shut down.
So we had to drop off Luke really quickly.
Yeah.
Before, like, all of Loveland was cross-sectioned like a pizza pie or a butt. And then we went to your house. All the doors were locked. I randomly just, like, jostle the garage door, and it goes up, and we're just, like, fucking instant barbarians right here. It was fucking tits. I actually get... That's like a dopamine rush for me
I
right
remember.
there.
Yeah, there was some adrenaline going, I feel like. Yeah.
No, I mean, like, right now, just thinking about it.
Oh.
Like, at the time, though, pants come.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Thank God we
That's
were
a hot
outside.
mess.
Icky, sticky in my dicky.
I do remember going home, and I lived next to a river, and the river was flowing, so I could see it from my house. Well,
Oh, yeah,
not
dude.
from my house, but on my street, and just looking down and saying, hey, I think I see a couple of bodies in there.
And you were right at the top of the hill, too, so you could see, like, the flood, like, wiping shit out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in a flood-proof house because of the angle of the hill. Like, it just all, like, goes past me and down to the fucking...
And
as I
even-
refer to.
And even like
It's
after too, there was that moment where kind of after the whole, like it was clear and safe to like go up Estes and all that stuff as well. We saw those houses like ripped apart.
Oh, yeah, they got goofed.
Like completely like messed
Some
up.
carnage.
Yeah, but it was really cool too because you know thinking back on it now, or at least coming up to this point, if you have ever been in Estes, like as time has gone on, you can see like I remember there's one house that's sitting there on the side of a hill. It was one that had its entire flooring just gone, right? But it was still standing. And they rebuilt it, and then they've had it on there ever since, but they painted it would have been like a tombstone, like dates, but instead it was like, this house has been here since like 1919 to still, or to this day.
Yeah.
And I just think that's so wholesome. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I never really like realized how bad it was. You know,
yeah.
like I was like, oh, okay, like yeah, it's probably like too deep to drive, but it's just crazy how higher up like these people's homes got.
Like 40, 50 feet up. Like
Seriously,
on ledges. It's
yeah,
insane. Like,
yeah.
The house is still intact flowing down the river style. I mean, for that family specifically, I mean, there's no problem. Just sleep on the second floor, dumbasses.
Got 'em.
Indoor
Pretty
swimming
easy.
pool. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like a Minecraft house. You dive down into the river.
Yeah, you just
And
gotta like
that's how you get to work.
you just gotta put a dirt block on top of the water block and it'll all go away.
God, people are so dumb these days.
Fucking people, dude.
People, man. But I would rather take the flood and the fires that attacked us the year before over tornadoes. Like, I see, like, some of the
Oh,
shit,
dude, like in Nashville.
like in Nebraska, Nashville, shit like that.
Dude, you know what's crazy is that with the
No.
Nashville tornado, my cousin, he recently moved over there. He's doing music. Anyone that's watching this podcast, if you're a fan of sort of folksy music, Anthony Mahali doing music right now. You're welcome.
The Lumineers.
But he's so he's been doing music out there. He like just moved out there like a month or two ago, and then he got torn apart by that tornado. And it was like he posted some pictures, and it looks nuts.
I don't like nuts, as previously established. None of anyone in this room would be able to guess, but I do not like nuts. Fucking yeah. It's the same with the coronavirus. You sort of look at the situation from like the other side of the planet, and you're like, oh, I'm so glad I live in a bumpkin town in Colorado. Like, fuck, nothing happens here. The most exciting thing in the past 10 years is one guy got shot once.
Oh,
Our
dude,
town
I remember
especially.
that.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember. There's still like the memorial over on like First or whatever it is.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Like, that's... And we're not necessarily a small town either. We got like 70,000 people.
We're kind of, I don't know, it's got small town vibes in my...
With crap tons of
opinion.
traffic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
small
just
town...
It's like the center, and then it just like expanded, and the farther you go, the more like
Like
recent
Target?
it
Well,
is.
we're all going to live at Target.
In my
Yeah.
opinion, it is equally hard to find things to do. However, the one thing that we do have over small towns, like where my sister lives, is that we have a lot of good food places, and we have actual big grocery store, like super centers.
Oh,
And
yeah.
on top of that,
Walmart's your Targets. but-
our
And bars.
Craft beers.
And bars.
And
too.
craft beers.
Definitely
We got a
craft
shit
beers.
ton of craft beers.
IPAs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, yeah.
More like IPAs. We celebrate holidays a lot better, and we're also directly connected to the main highway that takes us to the rest of Colorado.
Mhm.
So it's not like we're less than an hour away from anything fun if we can't find
Yeah.
something fun.
Fort Collins has a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah.
Wyoming has nothing. trust
Wyoming
me.
is nothing.
Wyoming has a
both
hot spring.
structurally and emotionally.
Yeah.
It's got
Yeah.
UW and a hot spring that lies within a military-based town.
And jail
Yeah.
time for me and Nick.
We dodged it.
Yeah, we dodged it. Let's just not go back.
Let's just not go
Oh yeah,
back.
Grayson, we never told you. Nick and I almost went to jail.
What?
Have you never heard this story?
I have not heard
In
this story.
Wyoming. Okay.
Mom and Dad, please stop listening because I definitely lied to you about this story.
But it's in
They're
the past
gonna
now.
listen.
We've all grown.
Jana, Joe, Jana, I'm so sorry. Joe, I work for Blue Mountain. Please stop stealing our jobs.
He's retired. He basically just works from home now and makes way more, like not way more, but about the same.
He's
for working like 3 days a week from home.
He's retired,
Yep, sort of like half retired.
mentally or physically.
I think that he stayed like half employed so that he doesn't go insane from dealing with my mother. Which is how I got him to stop listening.
Dude, Jesus.
All of the truths are coming out right now.
So
God
anyways-
will smite you.
Let me get the
You
first
better
half.
fucking try.
Let me get the first half, and you get the second. Okay.
Okay.
That's his story.
All right. So,
Well, he was there too, but I mean,
Oh.
yeah, I was also almost arrested.
For emotional support, which wasn't much.
I was almost arrested for emotional support. So Nick and I, back in 2016, were taking a trippity trip up to Wyoming on the good interest of our good friend Amy. And she had Zach Brown tickets and was like, oh, fuck, I got family up in Jackson Hole. So we go up, that's how she sounds. She's a farter. I hope she hears. She, takes us all the way up there. We all group travel with some fraternity friends and stuff like that. It's like a large group of 10 maybe, I would say. We get to this one campsite, you would call it, Nick, almost like. It's like a bunch of like log buildings and one's got like a shop. The other one's like the main house.
it was like a cabin.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Logan, it was a house. It was like it wasn't a campsite.
I'm not a wilderness man. It's a cabin. Alright, so it's like cabins off the side of the road in the city of Jackson Hole. Not a camp.
I mean, I think there just
Very
wasn't a
well.
lot of houses there because
Very.
it's A in Wyoming and B it was like a rich part of Wyoming, from what I
Right.
understand.
Very fancy. And Amy's no, I'll get to that one in a second. I take a big poop and I flood the toilet, but that's okay.
The classic Houseman move.
Yeah, I'm not on my Adderall. I'm zanking out everywhere. I'm drinking beers. I'm smoking peef. We're all doing it. We're all cool.
Yeah. The thing is that this log cabin that we're staying in was blessed by the Pope,
There we go.
and so it's not like I was gonna just not smoke weed in there, you know.
Physically,
Gotta respect the voice.
the toilet was blessed by the Pope, and I shamed it.
Logan
Established dominance.
Logan went ahead and we were there for 3 days. Logan took the bitch move out and he took the room that had its own bed and he didn't have to be with everyone else, which means we had a lot of goofs and gaffs at night that Logan didn't get to be a part of. But Logan
it
got
was
to be
worth
watched
it.
by the
Sad
Lord
face.
to be in his own bed.
Yeah, I jerked off in front of the Lord.
Yeah, he was looking him right in the eyes. That's
Yes.
a true statement. I'm not
Which is
kidding.
ironic, because there
Don't
was
break eye contact.
crucifixes everywhere, so I was.
Yeah.
Oh.
From
I mean,
every
the Lord
angle.
is ripped.
It's true. Logan was like, "Damn that body, though." Fuck.
Grandma stopped watching 5 seconds ago.
God bless you.
The next day we go out into the stores. I buy some cute shit.
I buy
this-
2 pounds of jelly beans.
And there was a meme off of Jackson Hole because everyone got all uppity over this one fucking live webcam stream of Jackson Hole just watching. And that's how I knew it, because I'd look over at the antlers and I'd be like, wait, I recognize these. Is this a... And I looked it up and it was totally a meme from like 2 years prior. And I was like, no shit, why? Like, it was just like 20,000 people on one stream watching the live footage of a traffic intersection in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, for no fucking reason, and that's why I hate memes. But moving on. Later that day, it was getting ready for the concert. I had the choice. either I go with Amy's uncle and aunt, or I join the car with multiple other people. On one hand, I would have to make conversation, which not Adderalled up. I don't talk. I don't exist. I am an idea. Versus the other, I could smoke joints and drink beer. So of course I go with the latter. Nick also joined, but he already made that decision.
And real quick, ironically enough, one of our friends who got in trouble with the law not too long before,
Arturo.
funny enough, picked the other car.
Yeah, he made the split-second decision. That's why I think... Logan, is that why you were with us, or was that why... It was someone filled that...
No, he didn't... No, he did break the law.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, I actually was the one in control of that one. Arturo didn't give a shit, so I was like, I'll go in the car so I could smoke the peef and get drunker than a badger's nadger, if you know what I'm saying.
Wow.
Yeah. We head off. We're going there. We're passing around a joint. We're seeing the local Wyoming sites. It's cool. We're listening to R. Kelly. And
Were we?
No. Why?
I don't know, I just thought I'd check.
We passed by the fucking entrance. We passed by the fucking entrance.
It's got a massive billboard by it, mind you, that says parking here.
And of course we're like, Amy, pull over. This is the place. And she's like, no.
I think
too
it's
small.
further down the road.
It's too small. I'm like, Amy, you're too small. You're short. You're compact. You're adorable. You're my friend. Haven't seen you in a year.
Also, you're not that short.
I don't know. I tried to segue. We keep going for like fucking 10 minutes until Nick looks up on his phone and is like, yeah, you passed this by like a year ago.
Literally.
And then we see the cop car like gently and daintily pull up right behind us, to which Amy expresses to us, oh no. And I don't know when she expressed this to us, that she had expired tags. But she had expired tags.
Also
Why
Colorado
are you
plates.
the driver
Yeah.
if you have expired tags?
And so, here we are. We get pulled over, and the officer comes up, and he's like, does the whole license registration, and he's like, this car smells like a marijuana.
Oh, no, it was actually more surprising like that.
You're
It was
more surprising like that.
Just, I want to let you know that you guys got expired license plates. I need you to get that fixed up right quick. Oh, don't worry, officer. We're going to go and do
Oh,
that.
no, she had
yeah. So, who's got the marijuana?
She had an extension, and the extension was only valid in Colorado. That's what it was.
And it was poopy.
But he's like, so who's got the marijuana? And,
That was a shit stopper right there. That was a plugger.
And we all sort of were like, I don't know.
I was in the best possible scenario. You and Brian were in the worst possible
What
scenario.
does marijuana
Brian number 3.
smell like? How would I know what it smells like?
Marijuana is a concept, officer.
And so
It's an
basically,
idea. You can't kill an
It's
idea.
almost a philosophy at that point.
Basically, the officer got Amy to let him search the car. And so they start pulling everyone out one by one. They take Amy out first. Me and Logan are in the back with our friend Renee. And so they take out Amy and they take out Brian. They put Amy in the passenger seat of a cop car. And Brian and Renee, they sort of have them sort of facing opposite ways on the fence. They tell them, hey, we're not looking for anyone to communicate. They pull Logan out of the car to talk to him. Logan proceeds to look at Brian and Renee and go, spring break!
The best part is that we all had to take a massive piss. Every single one of us had to take a massive piss. Why? Because we were drinking. Everyone except for Amy, who was a good driver.
I don't think I peed. Oh, yeah, I did after a little bit. I was in the car for a while, though.
Yeah. It was fucking great that, just like predicting into the future in this story, is that the worst charge that I got personally was not wearing a seatbelt. I believe in Colorado.
You also got minor in possession of alcohol.
Surprisingly, I looked at the thing because I found it again in my suit jacket. Most of the money went towards not wearing a seatbelt.
Well, yeah, but you got the other charges.
And we'll tell you the reason in a second. So
was that one really worse?
It was. It was like court fees were the worst. And then it was like some $35 for not wearing a seatbelt, and then $10 for minor in consumption, because I was, shh, are you a cop? If you're a cop, you gotta tell me in the comments down below and like and subscribe. Fucking
There's no way a cop would want to even watch this.
associate. No. Fuck. I was drinking 2 beers in the back seat casually, and then right as we got pulled over, I stuffed them right into Amy's seat.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well, and here's how they busted Logan. The cop looked at Logan and he said, "Ah, you're drunk. I can see it in your eyes." And Logan said, "Ah, you got me."
I did. I totally did. I was like, you got me, officer. But to be honest, it did make all of them laugh.
I was about to say, like,
It's like,
well,
you're gonna make detective someday.
but that's,
You got him to laugh and everything, but you also got hit with a charge. So I don't know if that balances, sir.
I mean, I could have lied
he
and
had a
dragged
good
them out.
time. Logan had a good time. The officer didn't have a fine. Logan had a fine.
Well, and for reasons I don't want to exclaim in the story just yet, they already gave us a pass and stuff. I didn't know about how they gave us a pass or anything, but if they're pulling over 5 Colorado teens and they're already Wyoming Highway Patrol, some of the meanest bitches out there, God bless you. God bless you, finger guns.
So yeah, they pull me out.
Might as well make them laugh.
I'm sitting there and I'm shaking because I am a small I don't know if you've noticed this about me, but I'm not an exceptionally well insulated person.
What?
I have a bit of length to me. I have a bit of the skin and bones. I'm something of what they call a skeleton.
You're a bit of beef jerky.
I'm a bit of beef jerky. And so I was getting like really cold because it was up in the mountains and whatnot. And so they're like, "Hey, why are you shaking? Are you nervous?" And I was like, "No, I'm negative 3% body fat. I'm dying." And so like they go and they like talk to me and they're like, "Who's Weasel's?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." And so then they're like, "Well, you're cold, so you get in the back of this cop car here." And they put me in the back, and it's the same cop car that Amy's in. And I'm in this cage, and I'm sitting there in this cage, and I'm like, I am fucked. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm sort of just thinking about life for a minute, and then I see that they have a camera on me, and I'm like, well, I got nothing else to do.
And you do my monologue.
And I took a monologue that Logan did once. I don't know how I had it so well memorized, but I like to think of the Limitless movie where he just had it somewhere in his brain.
Mm-hmm.
But
Activates in moments.
it activates right there at moments
Yeah.
of stress.
Yeah.
And I look at the camera and I say, well, it looks like I've got some time. I'll give you a little performance piece here. I'll show you a little bit of what I do. You have my address, so send me a little bit of feedback once you look it over. And so then I gave them a monologue from Camelot by King Arthur.
Yeah.
Proposition. If I had one man, a man for my brother, a man for my friend. Went through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And Amy did not laugh at all. She said it was really funny later on. She was like, that was hilarious. That was like, that like kept me sane in the whole situation. And I was like, bitch, you were not laughing. You were sitting there watching me on the camera like, yes, this is a dramatic performance.
Amy's sitting there like, that's so funny.
But,
I'm a farter.
so, basically, after a little while, they pull us all out and they get us back in the car and they're giving everyone all their stuff back because, you know, they pull everything out of your wallet. They'll take a quick look-see-daisy. And they're going through everyone, you know. Logan Houseman, minor possession of this. One of our friends got hit with a fake ID, possession of a fake ID, possession of marijuana, minor possession of alcohol, and probably being gay in the state of Wyoming. I think that's a crime up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for further reference, he's gay. Alright, now continue.
But, also he just got married. Brian, if you're watching this.
Oh, yeah,
Brian number 3,
congratulations.
your heart is not for me, because you're married. Congratulations.
And so they were giving everyone their stuff back. And a quick note that's worth noting is that every single time they pulled me out of the car, said my name, I'd be like, "Hey," and give them a quick double snap.
Give them the finger guns.
And so they're handing everyone their stuff back, and they hand me mine. And he goes, "Nick Peterson," and I go, "Nick Peterson." I go, "Hey, that's me," and they go, "Oh, finger guns." and he hands it back to me. And well, that is the end of that story, essentially. I did find out just a few weeks ago that one of the reasons that we didn't get pulled over that day is because the cop knows the family personally. And furthermore, to this day, he still calls me finger guns and tells people that story. And I am quite proud of that fact.
Yeah, the entire Wyoming Highway Patrol talks about finger guns.
That's literally a journey that led to such a great reward. You will be remembered as the finger guns.
If for some reason you get pulled over in Cheyenne, like you would ever go there in the first place, for some reason, you finger gun, you're out of it. You're
They're
done.
like, oh my god, wait, can I get a selfie?
You're the guy?
No, selfie right now.
And three.
Look, I'm doing it.
You're that guy?
Wow. Wait, no, can you give me one? Can you do it?
Give me
and
this.
I'm just like,
Does this count as a mugshot? 3 further points that I shall make as quick as possible. 1, we could literally see the concert from where we were pulled over.
Barely hear it.
Barely hear it, but we could see it. I don't even like Zac Brown, but I did want to go.
I wanted to go just for the fun of it. Same though.
Yeah, concerts are fun unless the guy sucks. And from what I hear, Zac Brown is the new Jimmy Buffett, and no one's heard from Zac Brown in a while, so he is the new Jimmy Buffett.
Confirmed.
Also, all 3 of my dads kind of listen to him, so yep, he is the new. Fucking 2, when they were taking down my information, they're like, "Have you smoked weed, son?" I was like, "Not today." And he gave me a look, and I'm like, "Listen, I just take it to go to bed, okay? I use it for my sleep apnea and my insomnia." And then he keeps looking at me, and I was like, "All right." And also, I'm a teenager from Colorado who smokes weed and plays video games. At that moment,
Did he understand then?
I did not realize how bad that could have fucked me over.
Logan was just trying to get tickets, you know. He was just out here.
But the cop was like, "Yeah, but you're also a character. Don't ever change that." And I was like, "Well, that was the best possible scenario on that one." And finally, the third one is the other reason why we didn't get drastically terrible court sentences, because apparently the judge is the biggest asshole in Teton County. Fucking was because of how powerful Amy's grandpa is over there with religion. Like, they just looked up her last name and was like,
Fuck you, Houseman.
bleep that.
Why would you do this to me?
Now you got to. Fucking the first edit Nick has ever had made. I'm so sorry, buddy.
I hate you so much.
Blabadoo.
He's got to process this and render it and get it all up and going just to bleep you out.
All you gotta do is just find where it is, put a quick bleep in it.
Oh, do you want to do it if it's that easy?
Can you
Yes.
find it in bleep? Can you?
I can.
Physically?
I will do it on your
Do
computer.
you have the attention span to do so?
No, but I will anyways. It might take longer than you think. Anyways, they looked up her last name, and they found out who she's related to, and we're like, well, fuck, we can't arrest the deacon's daughter. Or granddaughter. So they just let us off with a warning.
Honestly, that
And
just sounds like
a bunch of tickets.
the luckiest getting pulled over situation for your situation I've ever heard.
And we also got a judge that was super nice, too. He looked like the angry video game nerd.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
I got my
internet
case
people will get
dismissed, so it was fine.
Nice.
I had to pay $100, and that's it. That's pretty alright with me.
So you heard it here, folks. Heard it here first, folks. Nick, Logan, and mutual friends are in fact criminals,
It's true.
and they were saved by the power of God.
And I am a cool enough criminal to have a nickname.
Yeah. So praise be, right?
Finger guns. Anyways, with the remaining time that we do have, Grayson,
It's
please
like
catch
20
us
minutes.
up on you.
What?
I don't know if that's going to go into a tangent, though.
Your attention. Why are you putting him on the spot like that?
Because he's our guest of honor. I want him to talk more than Luke.
Yeah,
Well,
that's fair.
That's fair.
Pretty much. I sell auto parts. Whoa. It's pretty fun. Yeah, it's boring.
Awesome.
It's a good job. It's a good gig.
Oh, dude.
You kind of just...
As a person who knows car stuff, probably about a year ago now, I blew up one of my tires. Like, it exploded.
Oh, no.
It was really bad. I was trying to drive home from work. And then my car was out of commission for like a month.
Yeah.
I also broke all the tire irons on my front left tire driving home from Greeley. And Nick had to save me.
I did.
I made him turn around.
He did.
Yeah, I really wish I was a little bit more caring of my first car. Most definitely, because towards the end, like, that thing was a death trap. There were many times where I sat there and contemplated to contact you to figure out how I should fix it, but for some reason I kept being like, alright, well, I'm probably gonna get a new car soon anyway, and that trailed forever.
All you gotta do is sing the jingle. Oh, O'Reilly, and I'll pop right up.
Hey, what can I do for you today?
Hey, how's it going?
He just, like, poofs in, like, in hat and all, with, like, a single wrench.
People do that all the time when they got the jingle stuck in their head. Grayson shows up and they're all like, "Oh,
I was gonna say, if you say it 3 times, you're like me.
So how can I help you?"
If you say it 3 times in a mirror, he's legally obligated to murder you. So
It's like that one insurance commercial where, like, they just
State
pop
Farm?
up. Yeah, exactly.
Yep,
And they're like,
yep.
oh, how can I help you? Oh, your she shed's gone? All right.
Oh, my she shed. Someone burned down my she shed. Would you say that out of all the auto repairmen, just shops, whatever, O'Reilly's has the best jingle?
No.
Personally, I think a Napa know-how.
Napa know-how. I agree.
I would let that be my morning alarm clock,
I would
personally.
slap cheeks to that song, quite frankly.
I mean, I don't really want to say anything negative because, currently employed, but...
yeah.
Right? Stands
the one thing I love is the dirty Napa know-hows.
The dirty what?
The dirty Napa know-hows.
I am not.
That's where
familiar.
they human traffic.
Well,
Wow.
that's where you human traffic. Okay.
I don't
You
human
went down a rabbit
traffic.
hole?
I stopped 2 years ago, and I just made them fight each other.
You ever bored? Napa know-how, squeaky belt.
Uh-huh.
It's great.
The best.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Come again. Come again.
Run that by me again, good sir.
So this chick goes in, and she's like, hey, my car's making this weird noise. And he's like, what kind of noise is it? And she's like, and then it cuts. Napa know-how.
They don't even give an answer.
But, if the video had so much more depth to that, because it almost takes you to, like, a casting couch type deal. For context. I don't want to say.
Right.
But if you can visualize that, yes.
It's like the dude's like sitting at desk. She's like, and he's like, yeah, let's
Sounds like a squeaky belt.
Well, Napa knows what to do now.
ma'am, could you leave the room? I'll be right out to.
Just fix my...
let me. My belt just needs adjusting. I'll be out there to look at you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a grower, not a shower. Just,
My penis doesn't work.
that's a true fact.
That's
Yeah,
a true
that's
fact. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan's penis doesn't work.
Logan's penis does not work. Before
Logan's.
Before we get into my penis, which not a lot of people do anyways.
Well, it's hard when it's so soft.
Exactly. It's like putting a cooked ramen noodle inside of 2 gloves forced together.
Yeah, you're just slapping a pool noodle against it.
I'm just trying to ball it up like some old homework. Put it in the mail slot.
Tie it into a knot so you have a little point to push through,
I can do that. I just wanted to say, we can all agree that one of the most annoying jingles of all time is 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS, Cars for Kids. That's the song they play in hell.
That's like the entryway.
Exactly. But yeah, I have erectile dysfunction completely.
What a perfect segue.
What a segue.
Man, you know those car jingles? Man, Logan.
My penis.
Logan
Well, that's
has
why.
AD.
That's why. I don't want the kids to have cars.
The only cure is the Napa know-how jingle.
Now, Logan, let me know if you think that this is too personal for our audience to know here. But
Absolutely not.
as you've told me, in your dreams, there's a man who cock blocks you often.
Yes.
Do you believe the reason that you have erectile dysfunction is because he's become to invade your conscious mind and cock block you actively?
Yes.
Whoa, dude, that's like some whoa
I
shit.
have the thoughts that he thinks about when he cock blocks me in my dreams. I've never had a wet dream before in my life, and that's disappointing.
So,
I didn't believe they were real.
to clarify,
I do jerk off a lot, though.
Logan, I believe you said his name was Richard?
No, I think his name was Dwayne. Or I think it began with an M, but it was like a really nerdy name.
Dwayne the Cock Johnson.
Dwayne the Rock Cock Johnson.
But basically, whenever Logan would start having his dreams that would start getting a little steamy, he's about to kiss a girl or something,
this dude would show up and be like, "Oh no, he's about to have sex. Oh jeez, you're thinking about me now.
And
fuck."
and on top of that, I can hear like the sound effect that plays in Team Fortress 2 when you lose a round, like just boos and like the sad burr 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 burr. Fucking, it's tragic. And the worst part is, it's not even about to kiss. I've already gotten past that stage. I've committed to the
You've never made it
dream.
past that stage.
I've committed
Real life
fully
or
to
in
the
the
dream. And what? Jinx.
I said in real life or in the dream.
Whoa. Blur that out.
And then I just think, oh no! Oh, he's thinking about, I'm ruining it! Boo! And then I wake up and I'm like, fucking Dwayne! Again! And he looks like an N64 NPC, but that's unrelated.
You should research how to lucid dream so you can go in there and
whoop
destroy
his
that
fucking
man.
ass.
Yeah, dude.
I know how to lucid
Then
dream, I
you'll-
just don't do it.
But then you'll kill your ED.
Logan.
Cure
You
your
gotta fight
ED.
Dwayne the Cockblock Johnson.
Or hear me
I can't
out,
fight
Logan.
him, he's too powerful.
Logan, have a sex dream with Dwayne.
Dude, dominate him.
Dom him, dude.
Put him in a gag.
Objectively, no.
Get the swing out, put him in a gag, and just bam.
Logan, it's not
I'll
about
make
thinking
him
he's attractive. It's about asserting your dominance.
True.
I don't know, I think Dwayne is stronger than me. I think he's just like one of those anime characters that's not...
That's like
doesn't
my
look as
hidden
powerful.
power.
Well, I hope you enjoy your
Like your
ED
powers.
then. You're a coward. You won't face your demons.
Okay, listen, I just talked about my ED, no need to bully
You
me.
need to sit there and fucking slam dunk his ass, bro. Bring him to the court.
But I am a straight man.
You got a king of
What?
the court, man.
I can't dunk that ass.
Basketball isn't gay. What are you talking about?
That you know of, buddy. Carmelo Anthony over here throwing
Like, comment, and
free
subscribe
pointers,
if you
know
want
what
to
I
vote Logan off the island. Because I sure as hell do.
mean? And welcome Grayson, the new Logan.
Dun, 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 dun. He's still got a beard. It checks out.
it's just not as big and bushy.
Can we still fit forks in it? We'll find out.
Step 1, be way more sad. Step 2, you're going to want to gain about 50 more pounds. Step 3, and there you go.
And that's the whole process.
I'm Logan now.
Whoa!
What?
In the matter of
Nice to see you,
podcast.
Logan. How's your penis doing?
We have cloned a Logan successfully.
Yeah.
And the better, and in the now. Gentlemen, before we close this one, what are the best movie titles that you could add versus Predator to that would make the situation way better?
Cars.
Cars versus Predators
Baby Driver.
versus Predator. 101 Dalmatians versus Predator. I think we'll get down to about maybe 12 Dalmatians before he goes down.
Godzilla.
Okay, now I would watch that.
That sounds like a bomb-ass movie.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
right.
Predator would go down way too fast.
Dude, but think about it though. The Predator, he would probably sit there and again learn or research for the hunt.
But he can't get through that hide. He couldn't kill Arnold Schwarzenegger covered in mud.
He's a fucking alien with alien crazy gadgets and powers. I'm sure he could figure something out.
Terminator
Okay.
versus Predator.
Ooh.
Dude.
Wait, they already did that.
Explosion. What?
They already did that. It's called
they?
Predator.
I see what you're doing.
Oh, wow.
Because it's also Arnold
It's Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
But-
That's funny, Logan. That's funny. That's really funny.
And then comedy is created.
Man,
God bless your soul, former teacher. Not gonna dox you.
I'm not gonna dox you.
Nick is already forcing me to go in and edit that little bit out. I'm thinking about one random noise to put in there. I would watch Terminator versus Predator.
It sounds awesome, right?
It does!
Like his face is
authentically.
half ripped off, and he's like,
Ow!
Terminator versus fuck you for saying authentically.
Authentically.
Yeah,
Damn
dude.
it.
Terminator versus
Dickholes.
Predator would be good
my
up.
word now.
Damn it! It is your word
I'm
now.
Logan.
Pacific Rim versus Godzilla would be sick.
That's badass.
Versus Predator.
I think we're literally waiting for that though too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we are.
gotta be a thing.
I've heard rumors, but no confirmation by any means.
No.
I mean, the Cuphead DLC was supposed to be out already, but that didn't happen, so...
Oh, how about the Predator versus Brokeback Mountain with Jake Gyllenhaal?
It's
That's
just the
trap.
Predator, and he's like, we can't do this.
I gotta confess to my wife that there's an alien
What
in
about
here.
Chris Hansen and the Predator?
Take a seat right over there.
Take his...
Because he's the
So,
predator.
how to get to the predator.
It took me forever to
And he's
get.
like, no, have a slice of pizza.
Now, what are you doing messaging these young aliens
Did you
on the
realize
internet?
you were soliciting sex to a 13-year-old?
It's
No,
all-
she clearly said in the messages she was 13.
It's all like
She said in the
Cops come in.
messages she was
Cooking.
3 months old from bursting from a chest. What gives you the right to set up nuclear arms in your bracelet?
just kills him there.
Cats versus dogs versus predator.
Cats versus the Predator, like the movie Cats. Like the new one.
yeah, the one with the.
The predator's got to take 3 songs to introduce himself.
The Predator's just like, oh, I don't really want to touch any of this, actually.
He doesn't actually sing, he just makes those click noises.
Much like
You get what I mean.
that was translated to. Thanks for watching the podcast.
Oh, is it time?
We had a great time.
Did we
Thanks
have...
for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks
Hey,
for coming
Grayson,
in.
I'm glad that you talked more than a newt.
Stop!
I often enjoy, if none of you watch this, I often enjoy listening to it in the car. So I don't care. Thank you to our Patreon supporters.
Luke Peterson and Courtney Johnson.
Courtney Johnson.
Luke Peterson, Courtney Johnson.
Did I accidentally harmonize?
I hope so.
The more
Also,
Patreons we
Zach
have,
Neville.
the more complete that song is going to be. Watch it grow. Watch it grow with us.
Grow
Grow.
like me.
Go through puberty.
No, I don't do that. We've already established it. Check out for more future wonderful videos. Grayson will probably be in a bit more because he's rejoined our friend circle.
I'm back, bitches.
He's back. Blah. All right,
Raw.
get out.
Look at our Facebook. Look at our Instagram. Don't talk to my kids anymore, please.
Don't tell.
Only I can.
Don't tell Logan or Nick's parents about this either.